everybody, it's Alison here from Pilates Leeds, and today I want to talk about body organisation, specifically when you're doing squat type exercises. I want to talk about the difference between moving at the hip and moving at the spine. You've got pivots, and sometimes it can go awry. I talk about this and correct for it in my Pilates classes, but where I see it as most problematically is in the gym. So if you know anyone who goes to the gym and has a bit of backache after training, send them this clip, or better still, get them to do Pilates. So anyway, this is what I want to kind of explain. So you can pivot the joint of the hip. It's confusing, sort of hip bone, hip joint. So if we call this the hip joint, you can pivot there. That's pivoting at the hip joint. Ditto knee joint, and if you can see me down there, my ankles as well. But the spine vertebrae also are, the vertebra also pivots. So you can pivot through the spine. If you go that way, it's extension, and if you go forward, it's flexion. Okay, so back to squats. If you're doing a squat exercise, then what you ideally we want to do is pivot at the hip, the knee, and the ankle, down and up. What often happens when it goes awry, and this not teasing out the difference between spine extension and hip extension, is a tendency, well, I'll do it with this barbell actually, it's only 10 kilos, but it'll do. People come up like that into the hips and then keep going into back extension. So what happens there is they're overworking the back muscles, and that's not great for the spine, it's not great for the muscles, but crucially it's underworking these, because the plan is to work these, hold the barbell and go down again using the legs. But what happens is that overuse of the spine. And then on the way down, what happens? Often the person comes out of back extension. There's a moment when it's correct, and then the poor old spine goes into flexion, so it's overworking at the other end of the exercise. So what we want to do is tease out those kind of overwork, if you like, in the spine. So my advice to anyone, and it's a bit boring, I must admit, but learn to squat just with the ankle, the knee, and the hip. I sometimes put my hands there and feel for openness, or put my hands here and feel for an absence of movement. The spine, in other words, is moving in space, but it's not changing its shape. Then when you've done that, you can add load. And maybe don't have the bar too low. Stem the feet into the floor, up you come, and I think it's quite useful to have the bar on the thighs and have a sense of reaching forward and connecting into the bottom muscles, as opposed to that tendency to doing this. Squeezing your bottom doesn't help. You can have that sense of squeezy work, yes, but it doesn't compensate for overwork of the back. Okay, so that's it. See how you go with that, and I think I'm going to do another clip to look at the same thing, overwork of the spine, with upper body strength training, but I'll do that another time. Cheerio!
Hi there. I do hope you found this clip useful. We've got plenty more on the site, and for now I've suggested another one for you to watch. If you want to know more about what we do in Leeds, then do visit the website at pilates-leeds.com, and right now you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we can do this all again next month. Cheerio!